Well, here we go. As I say, I've reclaimed the sitting room. We had awful trouble here with floors. This floor was it was gone in that section. And yay! I can actually sit down in my living room again. Whoa! Absolutely brilliant. Now, this is a project that's carrying on here. We've got to get this sorted out. I have the fittings now, and in the next day or two I'll finish the chimney. But I have to wait and be sensible about going up on roofs, because it has to be done when there's somebody here, because it's safety. Not that I plan on falling down, but because it can happen to anybody, and I'm not immune from the dangers in any stretch of imagination. Now, along with the tiling, as you can just basically see there, coming into the sitting room there, there's new door frames to go on, and I've new oak doors. The skirting board has to be finished, but the real work starts when you start to sand this floor. Now, sanding could take a while. When it's finished then, sanded to a satisfactory standard, you put a 2-piece hardener and treatment on this floor. This is red Canadian oak. It can't be bought at the minute. I don't know anyone that stocks it. And I was very lucky. And I'd like to shout a big shout out there to Paddy down in Dublin, who is a retired joiner. As he says, he's doing more now than he ever did when he was working. But yeah, this is the floor. It's a lovely floor. Now, there's an awful shortage of tradesmen out there, as we all know. And I'm suggesting that you take up the tools and do it yourself. I have done this myself. I'm not a carpenter by any stretch of the imagination. But measurements, measure twice is a true saying. Always measure twice and cut once. I measured each and every board. Believe it or not, I know it's meticulous and it's time consuming. But because there was such a shortage of this timber, I had to make sure if I started laying it that I had enough to finish a 12 by, it's 12 by 10 room. Now, Paddy assured me that the floor that I bought off him was enough to do exactly what it said on the tin. He had enough left over from his own project. And to be honest, folks, if I had to buy this in the shop, it would cost in and above €130 per square yard. It's Canadian and it's red oak, solid wood, lovely, lovely, lovely floor. When this house was moved into, it was purchased there in September, and just behind there, the sofa was in a danger zone. I'm going to do a video very shortly of before and after, and you'll see exactly what we were dealing with. Underneath this floor is about a foot thick, and in there is, of course, insulation. I insulated the wooden floor underneath. I put 9-inch, which is a little offcut there. See it, 9-inch joists. They were 4.5 and now they're 9. And I put a membrane and I stuffed it with insulation. Now, can I feel the difference? You bet. I can. It's fantastic. And I'm saying, with the shortage of people out there to do the work nowadays, I suggest that you pick up the tools and do it yourself, because you'll be left waiting. There's a lot of people that bought properties in Ireland because of the grant. Oh, it's a great grant and it'll do this and you can buy a cheap property in the country. Well, this is one of them. This is one of the cheap country cottages. It wasn't expensive by any stretch of the imagination. But this was the Achilles heel of the house. This was the very worst room in the house, because this floor was gone, rotten, absolutely gone. You might remember earlier postings I put up of the dry rot and etc. The door frames are going out. All 5 door frames I'm replacing with new red deal, I think I'll use, and colour it accordingly. I have been very lucky to purchase 5 solid oak doors, and they're coming in the next few days, and that'll be another project. But and the stove is new to here. There was a fireplace in here with a massive shelf, and it was not a massive shelf on the outside. I'm talking about a massive shelf in here, and it was catching all the soot and affecting the draft of the chimney. So when I removed, I and a friend, Phelan, thanks very much for helping me. I put to task a new job, and that was to put a new liner in. Now there's a new 9-inch or 6-inch liner inside there, and it's a multi-fuel 904. Do not put in the cheaper one. Listen, cheap is exactly cheap. You get what you pay for. I put it cost about €500. Complete with 600 complete with all the metal fittings. Now I like to have at least from the spigot here on the stove, and you can see the gap there. I had it tested and it is working, and draft is perfect. I like to have about 1 foot to 2 foot up into the chimney of solid steel, and then it joins with the proper reducer for the for the flue. Yeah. What I intend to, I've tiling to do. I have some done in the hallway. I have to now bring this right through the kitchen. I want to change the bathroom as well. Now, I'm not a plumber. I'm not a tiler. I'm not a builder. I'm not anything of the sorts. But if I can do it, believe me, you can do it. If you need a hand and you're in the situation that is a total disaster for you, well, you know what? Don't panic. Get in touch. Leave a comment. But in the meantime, keep an eye on the Country Cottage, and I will put a before and after extensive video when I'm finished, and I hope you enjoy it. If you do it, please give me a thumbs up. My name is Richie. I'm very, very happy that you're watching this, and I'm very happy that you can... I'm very happy to tell you that even though there is a massive shortage of tradesmen out there, you can still do a lot yourself. I'm not saying that you're lazy. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying fear. People have a fear when it comes to getting stuck into certain jobs. Listen, do your maths, do your sums, do your measurements. You will believe me after you've tried it. It works. Do it yourself. Do a little bit of plumbing yourself. You're going to watch me putting in a stove in 2 rooms, in this one, and you're going to watch me in my little kitchen, and that's going to be tiled, and then I have the stove in place, and that'll be all done by DIY. Let me tell you something, folks. You can do it. Okay, have faith in yourselves. Get out there, get the tools, get it done. If you need help, don't forget to contact me. I'm only too willing to give it help if you're not too far away. And if you are too far away, sure, we can work it out on video. Sure, listen, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks a million. Bye.